Hey guys, Anthony Curran here. Today I wanted to talk to you about the difference between rich and wealthy. So, there's a couple of key points that I want to talk about here. A lot of people seem to think that my goal with this video series is to try to make people get rich quick or whatever that may be. The reason I'm making these videos is I work in an environment where I deal with a lot of people who don't make a lot of money, have a lot of trouble coming up with money if they need it in case of emergencies, generally, people who don't have the best credit in the world. And my thought was, I spend all day trying to help these people as best I can, but there's only so much I can do in the course of a day. So my hope is that even if I can only help one person go from a situation where they don't have enough money to afford things to a situation where they've got a little bit more in their savings account, or maybe they've started investing, and they can kind of get on that path towards wealth. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. One of the other reasons, I think people get this idea that the be all end all is to be rich and to have a yacht and to have a mansion and servants and all that kind of stuff. Which, if that's what you want out of life, cool. But the point of these videos, at least in my head, has been not to make people rich, but to make people wealthy. And what I mean by that, the connotation with somebody who's rich, at least in my head, is maybe somebody who's a little more shallow, doesn't care about their fellow person, only cares about making money, is greedy. And that's not my goal here. My goal is to establish wealth. And wealth in my head is intergenerational. It's something where if you look at it and maybe your parents live the same way, they're always scraping by paycheck to paycheck and they're waiting for social security to kick in so that they can retire. They're going to live off the government for the rest of their lives. There's if that's the way you want to live, that's fine, but my hope is that if you watch these videos, you pay attention, you learn kind of the basics of personal finance that I'm trying to teach everybody, you can get to a point where you're able to pass on something after you're gone to your children and to their children. What I'm talking about is intergenerational wealth, the kind of money that changes people's place in the world and the situation that they wind up in. I mean, there's no reason if you're 20 years old right now and you work hard at it, there's no reason that when you retire at 65, you couldn't have multiple millions of dollars to your name. And, God forbid you pass away, you know, 65, 66, 67, you could be leaving millions of dollars to the next generation. And hopefully you've taught them the things you've learned, and they go on and take that inheritance and turn it into tens or hundreds of millions of dollars, maybe even billions with a B. Um, but I guess this is kind of my long rambling rant video. My goal here is not to get you from renting an apartment to living in a mansion in Hollywood Hills. And if that's what you want and you can work towards that and make that happen, more power to you. But the goal here has been and always will be to try to change people's circumstances of their lives and hopefully to educate people who don't have access to this information any way else, if they just didn't grow up in an environment where they have uh, any kind of idea about money or about investing or about saving or any of those kind of things. I don't really know exactly what people need, but my thought is if I can at least tell you the bare bones of how personal finance and investing and that sort of thing works, maybe somebody can run with that ball and turn it into something great. And I'd love to be able at the end of my life to say, not only did I do that for myself and for my future generations, but at the very least I was able to help at least one or two people to turn their lives around and really develop their financial future and create a better life for their kids and their kids' kids and those kids' kids and so on and so on. So I really just wanted to thank everybody who's been watching and supporting the videos, who's been, keeping up with what I've been doing and liking and sharing and commenting and subscribing and all that fun stuff. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to make probably another video tonight and try to get it put up too. But the goal is going to be to really crank out some videos. So if you guys have a specific topic you don't really know about, you'd like me to explore, you'd like to learn about with me, I'm more than happy to do that. So leave a comment below if you'd like. You can also email me, anthonytcurran@gmail.com. And of course, if you would like the video and subscribe to the channel, the more likes and subscribes I get, the easier it is to share this message with more and more people. And, like I say, hopefully it'll touch a couple people's lives and help them to build a better financial future for themselves. Well, all right. Thanks so much, and hope everybody has a great day. Hope you enjoy the videos that I'm making, and hopefully I can build the quality more and more and more and bring more people into the fold. Thanks again.